We don't have any recording of it.
Did you notice?
Okay, we're live right now, we're recording.
Oh, is that what that switch is for? Goes from.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
No big deal, we're okay.
and you remember to see.
Anyway, that was my idea, yeah, upper and
For whatever
lowercase
reason,
points.
Yeah,
you have to
watch
kind
it
of move
for
that
me.
around, yeah.
But the new cursive letters
yeah.
code is.
I actually did it.
Yeah, got cursive.
I did it right here.
So you said we had somebody online?
You just got the upper.
Not yet, but I'm gonna go online to see the test
We
that I
got
got.
three of them.
Club made for field day.
Can you imagine doing Morse code in Chinese there?
You know, it's only been 100 and what?
Chinese.
190, 185, 6 years? Yeah.
I'm sure there's a method. Well, that's a fancy thermometer, barometer, odometer,
Yeah.
micrometer thing.
Speedometer.
Weather station.
Yeah, National
Yeah.
Bureau of Standards, Fair Oaks.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. The winter day. They have all kinds of stuff, barometer, thermometer, humid,
Rubidium.
hygrometer.
Easier.
Have you heard of a piece of kit of mechanical items that you can create electronic circuits out of?
Okay, I'm trying to join right
I
now.
have heard
Can you
of
see me down there?
some of these new educational kits
I'm
that
just to
resemble
test you
that
out
kind
here.
of thing.
See, two people are entering
He
the
just
room.
walked to my house.
You can just go like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Angie's here.
Good.
Go, let her in.
Working?
Admit all.
I've got
Made a bridge rectifier out of mechanical things.
Centronics.
Don't need to admit,
don't have
you're
to-
already
No,
here.
no, you don't need to.
Cool.
Now we just forget.
Forget me.
All right.
Call them
Did
more
any of the
motor
circuits?
chairs.
You'll be in the waiting room, huh?
Angie, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Very good.
Okay, good. Hey, how come no wait, she's coming out of which speaker? This speaker?
Yeah, you're right.
It's not coming out of that
Yeah,
speaker?
okay. You're right.
Anyway, Angie, this is David. And
Hello.
I just realized tonight that I hadn't added you on our member list on the website. So I'm gonna take care of that in the morning tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine.
I apologize for that. I thought I had.
Quite all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it was your wily secretary. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, we don't-
Chris actually discovered it for us, so he's right on it.
Where's the audio?
This right here, that's a microphone.
That's why you pay me.
That microphone's fine.
Yeah, I haven't
But,
started.
That's why you pay me the big bucks.
I think it also has a speaker. Select a speaker.
Well, it was 30 for me and.
Try one of those other ones, yeah.
Right. Speaker,
Oh, wait a minute.
headphones.
That's just a speaker over here.
For this club.
Display audio.
I don't know that they have that.
Oh,
Try that one.
Ace Bills. I'll have to ask her.
Well,
All right,
I'm
Andy,
right
can you hear us still?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay,
Now I can hear you.
perfect. We have you set up better now. Thank you.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Am I viewable? Not that you'd want to see me, but
Well, we see your name and your call sign.
Yeah.
good enough.
I was trying to pick a recall, that's why I went and looked it up today and said, I knew it was FPA, what the rest of it? So
KG6.
I know KG6, but I didn't, I tried KE6, that didn't work. KG, that didn't, it's gotta be KG6, that's, I'm gonna look at it on the membership list. Yeah, nothing there. Oh, okay. So there you are.
So you didn't get a braille machine yet, huh, Chris?
Yeah, I'm about ready to go for it, yep, I know what I want, so it take wait to get here, they said.
Oh,
How
really?
long does it take to learn it?
Oh, I don't know, I read the manual, so it won't take me long.
That's true. We already know it's braille, it's just a matter of
You know, I had to apply it, yeah.
that machine.
I was on a list today, you know, only 10% of black people use Braille in this country now.
I used to think I knew English till I went to Scotland.
I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Chris, that's a rough accent. Chris, what machine are you getting? What are you looking at? Braille.
When did they learn it? Oh, dear.
No, what machine,
Chris.
what model are you looking at?
Oh, something called Braille, what the heck is it called? Braille Edge.
Braille Edge
It's
40 or
real, it's
something?
like $1,400 for the 40 cell.
Well, John's got
I don't
a lot
want
of
to
money.
note, I don't need a full-fledged note taker, you know. And you know, that's $6,000, man, I don't want to spend that much.
$6,000. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. Jeez, are you serious?
I could
Does it come with wheels?
Yeah. There you go.
Self-driving for that price.
That's right.
They're neat. Have you ever driven one of those?
No, I won't.
What's that?
They're neat, right?
No, it's not, it's called, not the right name, it's the,
Yes.
You're not
Real
gonna
orbit,
do that
that's what it is.
car, will you wear them?
So Phil, was it
They
paid
can't,
now?
they
or-
can't see certain things.
It
Yeah.
was a check.
It had to be paid. I just
7 o'clock.
got a notice from John on it.
Yeah?
about 7 o'clock, we get ready to go a little longer, see, we
Yeah,
shows
we'll
up here, we
see.
usually get one about 7:10.
Somebody shows up.
I did forward my dad the link to this. So if W1RN like suddenly pops up, that's him. So I'm to
okay.
blame. He is, however, on the East Coast, so I'm not sure he's still awake.
Okay, did we get Andy in here yet?
Yeah.
Where can we-
All right, he's here now.
Yeah, let Andy in.
Yep, a little bit late back there.
Yeah, Andy's in.
Okay, Phil, you're an expert.
No, I'm not.
Have, or a 6-volt cord
Yeah,
that runs on a motor.
on a motor.
And,
Motor.
pardon? It's
It's a motor driven?
Motor driven.
Okay, all right.
DC,
all right.
you know, brushes and motor.
Yes,
I wanna use a 12-volt battery.
that's fine. It'll run
Kind of-
fast.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't, and it also burns up.
All right.
So what kind of voltage dropping resistor you suggest? How would you figure out?
You know Ohm's law, right?
Yeah, so how do you?
So how much current does your motor draw?
I have no clue.
Have you got digital voltmeters that have
Get your ammeter
current
out.
scale?
Yeah, but it probably will fry if you run that much current through.
No, I get it right.
How big is the motor?
Well, we don't know yet.
Just roughly, how big is the motor?
Front of a 32 Ford, it goes Auga.
Oh, dear.
Oh, horns.
Motors, you
So-
know,
so
about
say
this big
Ryan's-
around and that long,
Yeah.
sitting in the can at the back.
Yeah.
You know, they actually make what's called a Hall effect ammeter,
Yep.
which will measure DC current directly. Without going through a series resistor or a
Right.
shunt or anything.
Yeah.
So the easy way to do this, this is easy. Find yourself a 10th ohm resistor or something of that magnitude. Add the series to the motor and run the voltage drop across. And then you'll know how much current your motor draws.
Yeah, but you gotta burn it up in the meantime.
No, you use a 6-volt battery.
1/10 of a, oh, with a 6-volt battery.
And
6-volt
then you wanna
battery.
do
It's
12.
32,
Yeah.
remember?
Oh, yeah, you just.
All
make
right,
a
I missed the
calculation
step.
based on what it draws at 6.
I have to make a
Right.
phone call to you right out in the front, I'll be right back.
Okay.
So you're making a shunt out of the
No,
thing.
no, no.
You don't need to
it's a
knock,
series
send anybody else in to come
Current
along.
Drop across the resistor.
So how's Andy doing tonight?
Current I is equal to E over R.
Very good. It's good to see y'all.
Yeah,
You know how much current?
glad to see you too. Any new projects in the shack?
Not this time, still working on my CW.
You're working on the old
I've got
project.
this system. Bring it by, I'll buy
Okay.
a cup of coffee, we'll solve the problem.
Wonderful.
You can't put basically any resistor there, just calculate.
Well.
It's all out of current.
Otherwise that voltage drop gets pretty big.
Excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead and start the meeting then. Let's just do self-introduction. We'll get everybody written down that way.
We're writing it down.
So we'll start with Andy. Well, introduce yourself, I'm sorry.
Kilo 6 Zulu Golf Delta, South Natomas, Sacramento area. And good to be here.
Good to have you. Okay, then there's Angie.
Hello, Angie Woodward, KG6FJF, living in Midtown.
Okay. Zoom. And let's start with Rob there.
K6DQ Rob San Carlo, Rancho Cordova.
Yay.
And K6DQS Susan Rancho Cordova.
KL7HQR, Neil, Angelo.
November 6th, Papa Golf Quebec, Bob in Roseville.
Phil, KD6RM, Fair Oaks. Wants to Fairfield, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
I was there for a while.
How are
The
you?
sheriff ran me out of town.
Oh, yeah, well, we all got our problems.
Good evening, Mike, K6LQ, Fair Oaks.
Chris, AI6U.
No,
No,
let
wait a
Dennis
minute.
I'm
talk.
sorry.
Dennis, KG6ZI in Carmichael.
Now, Chris.
Now it's my turn. All right, AI6U, that's Alpha India 6 United, named Chris, Sacramento.
Okay, so we missed
What about you?
the gentleman next to Bob,
Neil,
Neil.
No,
I wasn't listening then.
Neil.
Neil, we got him.
QR.
he belongs in Alaska.
He does.
AL7,
Hotel Quebec Radio.
Forgot his muckluck.
Angelo.
KO7.
okay.
Yeah.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
And you are?
8, 9, 10, and 2 on Zoom.
And
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
11.
10.
10.
So I'm missing myself.
You mentioned you got David? He'll come back in a minute.
Let's see, I got Chris, David, Dennis, Phil, Bob, and Rob. I missed Mrs. Rob.
Mrs. Rob. Oh, you mean Mrs. Rob, yeah.
I'm sorry, what's your name and call again? Susan, I should have known that.
There you go.
A6DQS.
Yeah.
DQS, huh?
Hey, Fox, I see her.
Yeah, all right. So,
And you got
now we
Neil.
should have.
I have a question for Angie.
Okay,
Angie, we got a check from you for $40.
yes.
What is that for?
Well, it's partially because you gave me 2 shirts.
So should we mark it down as dues?
You want 2 years?
Sure. You can use it for whatever you like.
Oh,
That's
it's a
all I
gift.
needed to know. He didn't send the money. She did. I got confused because of Bob Woodward. Realized we had an Angie Woodward.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
see, that's
Gotcha.
why you get these call signs.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I sent it
Parents
to
don't
you.
have last names, you didn't know that?
No. Bob, and took a call,
When I
right?
saw the check, Woodward,
Ah, yeah, that explains it.
All right.
You know what they
now I understand.
Okay.
But I'm old and I used to be blonde.
Oh, okay, well, that explains
So,
it.
you know, you can forgive me, maybe.
That's right. But no, you guys, I had an excellent time and I got some t-shirts out of it. You guys can use it for whatever you like.
Cool.
All right.
Put that in the kitty.
Yeah, thanks for showing up that day too. That was no easy thing for you, I know.
And my dad really liked that t-shirt.
Ah, good,
All right.
good.
He just got it. It showed up yesterday, finally. So,
I like to find my own mustard one.
The poor treasurer never knows anything.
Or-
Yeah,
You feel sorry
Yeah.
for me?
no. Because I've known you too long to think that way.
You got the inside scoop, huh?
How about alms for the poor?
No, that's not gonna fly either. Like you say, I've known you too long. I've known it 40 years.
Yeah, but you're never been in a club like this.
Familiar with
We
the
have,
term reprobate.
yeah, we have so much money, but don't do anything with it. It just sits there in the bank.
So I'm still missing somebody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
David.
8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we got
Test?
Chris, we got David, we
2,
got Dennis,
3,
Phil,
4,
Susan,
5,
Bob,
Bob, 6,
Neil.
Neil,
what do you got? Bob, and Rob,
yes.
Angie, Andy, Neil, and John.
I didn't hear you say Mike
Did you
LQ.
say Mike?
No,
Yeah, Mike?
that's it.
Are you that easy to forget, Mike?
If I,
I shouldn't, he brought the groceries, we should remember him for sure.
Of all the people that
Are you cooking again? You baking? Oh, okay.
Okay, well, do we have minutes of last meeting?
Well, we met here at this location last month, and we had 11 in attendance. Forgot how many, who, where, I don't remember now, but anyway, it was a good attendance. And we talked about field days, showed some pictures. And they were good pictures. I didn't look at them. I was busy doing something else. Let's see. And we didn't do a whole lot at all. John talked about the 100 years, 50 years, and 25 years.
Right.
And also we talked about next meeting, which is tonight. I think Phil is going to bring a show and tell of its latest
Which I
link
did.
coil.
All right.
Yeah. And anything else I can think of? Nope. That was pretty much it.
All right. Well, let's go into the Phil and Dennis show here then.
Ooh.
Oh.
If you wanna do that,
No time like now.
No,
fire
it's
up
not
your
like the present.
machine, turn on PowerPoint.
Okay.
Plug it in and then I'll have to tell you
Now,
which file.
Dennis gave me this one also.
That's just pictures. I can do that one.
Oh, okay. Sounds like something.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to take it from here?
No, I'm gonna let you handle all
Oh.
the button pressing.
Yeah, get out
All
there.
right.
Don't
I
get
just
off
gotta
that
find
easy.
the file.
That's right.
All right, so we got to find a file, so we got to go over here. And documents.
It's probably Drive F or something.
Yeah.
Hey, keep it on the waiting room, John. Make sure they don't be hanging out there.
Well, yeah, I'll check
Oh,
that
it's
in a
this
minute.
drive.
Yeah, I know.
It's Kingston Drive.
Okay.
Except we got the wrong glasses on.
160 meters.
No. Keep
No.
going.
RC.
Keep going.
River
Keep
City.
going. Keep
Square
going.
one. Way 13. CTAPE.
No.
Pup. Spice Network.
Try that one.
Well,
Try the other Kingston. Something's not right. The file's not coming up.
there's
wait a
only
minute, here
one-
it is.
There's only one Kingston here, okay.
So what we want is, scroll on down here.
Okay.
No, down. Down arrow.
The other down.
Yep, keep going. Wait,
Okay.
try that. Try that one. No,
No?
back up.
All right, we're gonna shut that one down then.
Go back in here. I'm trying to remember what I call this thing. Keep scrolling down with that little arrow.
Get a little wider so we can see the whole.
Let me take your chair for just a moment, sir.
All right,
I'll find the silly thing.
let's make sure there's nobody waiting here, just a second here.
So can we tell stories while you guys are figuring that out?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead.
So last month, like an idiot, I didn't read the entire
Let's
webpage.
see anybody else here.
And so I called up KPH and said, hi, I'm gonna come down and
Go ahead.
operate night and nights. Can I bring Chris?
And they don't bring them.
And so they kind of said, we're supposed to be closed because of COVID and only employees can be there. And so I played dumb, and so Chris and I jumped in the car, drove down to Point Reyes, and Chris played radio on 20 meters, and on 40 meters, excuse me.
Well, 40, maybe 20.
Oh, okay, maybe you were right, yeah, 20
Feeding the Delta
meters.
loop.
Made a whole bunch of contacts.
Really?
I'm on it, because I'm terrible. See,
Well, you're not, you almost got it right. You
It's kind of
almost-
nice being the DX once in a while, I like to go there.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so to
It
do
was.
this,
So they
Okay.
actually say
you go up
because
here
of
where
COVID.
it says
Yeah.
slideshow.
So they said, no, they did night and
You
nights,
click that,
but only the employees
Are we ready
and
to do
volunteers could be there.
Yeah,
and then
Yeah,
But what
That was
that
the
was,
excuse that
say-
only employees.
yeah,
It was
that was,
COVID.
it was
should
still
say
COVID.
start.
That's cool.
that's not what he said, Bob.
I saw it on the
website.
I didn't know that was the reason.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the website.
I thought he told you, you're not
Oh,
public,
I
show
never
up.
started.
Well, we kind of.
Okay. So all you need to do is, when I tell you, just,
in.
I think, you can use the arrow,
All
or
right.
you can use
And a
the
nice
mouse.
student.
Alrighty.
We'll go through them.
Serve there. And we could have gone to the transmitting site, except.
You see your picture up there?
I
do.
We finished
Oh,
at
yeah.
1 or 2 in the
Familiar.
morning, and I didn't want to drive back that late.
We're ready?
Yeah.
We ready? Okay.
Dennis built this majestic Delta loop. He's got all kinds of masts and towers and stuff. Don't be clicking that button.
I was looking for new people coming in here.
That's all right. Now you're
All right, we're
clicking
gonna,
in. You're gonna
all right, where's the
click
reverse
backwards.
button here?
I think there's a back arrow on your keyboard.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got it.
There you go.
All
So
right.
the long and the short of it is, Dennis puts up this antenna, and it's a balanced feed line to this Delta loop, and he drags out his antenna tuner, and that massive hunk of wire won't work on 40 meters. Do I have that story right?
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So now you can click the button.
What are the dimensions of it?
So the, so
It's full wave on 80 meters,
roughly, yeah.
250 feet, something like that.
something like that.
and change.
I think of 260, 278, something like that. So in any event, I took that antenna and I modeled it in EZ-NEC. And that's a pretty reasonable model of what you've got up in the air. Click the button. So after doing that, then I had the model generate radiation plots for that configuration antenna. So on 80 meters, you've got a really, really nice cloud warmer.
Yeah.
It's an MPIS, it looks pretty good.
Can we describe the antenna a little bit more? Where is it fed?
Uh,
This will mean a lot more if we know where it's fed.
In fact, if you want to back up a few slides, John, to the picture, and I can. talk
One
through it.
more.
Hey, is that you?
Okay, so,
Height above ground, all like that.
so the baseline here is 133 feet.
Yeah.
It's 15 feet above ground.
Okay.
The, each leg is roughly 75 to 80 feet, I forget which, but, and, so 15 feet at the corners, 40 feet at the mast top.
Mhm.
And it's fed in this corner. And the speed line comes down and the shafts are, so it's about roughly 85, 90 feet.
And the feed line
Open wire.
is
Balance,
600 ohms.
600 ohm, 6-inch space.
6 inch.
No,
It's not window line?
no,
Oh.
3.5 inch spacing.
3.5 inch spacing, 3.5 inch spacing.
Cool. Thank you.
Did you have a fine time out there, David?
I was on the phone.
So you did not have a fine time out there.
I'm doing that, what do they call it? The Morse code for the kids on Sunday at our church. And I was talking to the director, kind of explaining what I'm doing, and we agreed on how it's gonna go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, we can go forward again too. Does that give you what you need, Mike?
Means more now.
Means more, okay,
Yeah.
so one more click. So the patterns are generated based upon, I kind of guessed about your dimensions, by the way, Dennis, when I put this
Yeah.
model together. So with an antenna that low, it's gonna be pretty much a cloud warmer, and the pattern for 80 meters is pretty representative of that. If you look at the right pattern, it's the 40 meter performance of that antenna. And you see there's some little side lobes, really low angle side lobes, so you might end up with some DX off the 40 meter side of that.
Can you talk through that 4-meter pattern, because I can't see it?
Yes,
I'm sorry, quick, don't mean to interrupt. Can you share
okay.
your screen with us?
Uh-oh. Well, that's a reasonable
Well,
request.
that's, yeah.
Why not, you know?
Whether we can or not is another story.
Uh,
We'd like to, that's not the issue. Let's see.
Drop it down.
Well, David, you came in just right time.
Yeah. Drop down your mouse. It'll bring up the bottom. Sure.
What did you use 3.5 inch spacing on the open wire?
For some reason,
I bought it.
this is taking up the whole screen.
Okay. What is that,
like 600?
We're not seeing anything else.
Close.
Yeah.
450, maybe, I don't know. It is 600.
450, it's typically 1 3/4.
Okay, what'd you do there, escape?
And it depends upon the wire
The wire
diameter
size
as well.
So this is 14 gauge insulated.
Okay, let's see if we got anybody else here waiting.
And the
Also-
spreaders are made of what?
Be a good
I thought
friend
it
with
was like
that.
PVC.
There's somebody probably needs in.
Oh, yeah,
Rob.
I just let him in. Okay.
Okay, Rob, you should be let in now.
So we got Rob back in there.
There he is.
See there?
Now we gotta go back and start.
Oh, it worked. Great.
Yay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a better signal on the internet.
You got Rob now?
Yeah, we got
You have
Rob
to come
now.
to the top and start it over again.
Okay. Yeah, come on in.
Come on in.
That thing there.
I'll get your chair. I'll get it.
Chair, I'll go into
Sorry.
Question is, how do you get this thing?
I ate it already.
Oh, the white.
Oh. already. I didn't, I looked for it a little bit, but not very long.
I'm right here.
There we go.
See you.
No,
You gave me any trouble.
No, I'm
Back
looking
in.
at the screen there.
Go to
In the
block.
middle.
I got it done.
Okay,
Okay.
starting off again.
Yeah, let's go here.
Okay,
Is everybody?
nobody else waiting now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canvas is Andy.
All right, you're back in business.
So I brought the bag in.
All right, so
Let's get
anyhow,
back here.
Huh?
where you need to be, go back. to-
Yeah, I got
There you go. So anyhow, 80-meter pattern.
Oh, yeah.
40-meter pattern. You click it down once more,
20,
we'll do 20 and 10.
more load, huh?
John, you need the forward
Okay.
slide. Okay, so then we did a 20-meter plot. You see, you're getting some side lobes, you're getting some low angle radiation. The longer an antenna, when you have a long antenna, you start using it on higher frequency, you start generating all these side lobes. Then when you go to 10 meter, you got all kinds of side lobes. So that's what your radiation stuff should look like. Okay, one more click. So here's a schematic diagram of what a link coupler looks like. Basically what you have on the right-hand side, the top drawing, you have a large inductor with a split variable capacitor, so you resonate that coil. And then you bring in your antenna feeders to those tap points. And the idea is you resonate that parallel resonant circuit and you pick taps that are proportional to the impedance, and you can tell by how well it matches. On the other side, you have the primary, which is a series resonant circuit. So once you get the high-end thing tuned, you adjust the capacitance in series with that smaller link, and that's how you patch up your antenna. Okay, give it another click.
Oh, Phil, before you go, what's the bottom diagram?
We didn't do that.
That's a different model you didn't use,
Okay.
huh?
We could visit that if you want, but I need more capacitors.
No.
Why don't we? Go ahead.
Okay.
You want to talk about that one?
Nope,
All right.
I don't know anything about that one.
Okay.
That's a
So
good reason.
I needed, watch this amazing demonstration gadget. You can start passing this around this way. This is a bunch of junk out of my junk pile, but I use that to prototype it and see if this thing's gonna work. And lo and behold, it works. Those are surplus old AM radio capacitors. I make coils on my lathe. When you got a lathe, you can make any kind of coil you want.
Yes, sir.
What power do you use on with this thing here?
My vector network analyzer power,
Oh,
so it's gonna be about-
less than 1
about 1 milliwatt,
Okay, it's just for
or 0 milliwatts.
not for transmitting?
No, that's just to evaluate
Proof of
if I get if we
Yeah.
can make a match.
I see.
Okay, so one more click. So
Uh,
here is the man, and I can't read this too well, but I'm gonna go up here and read this to you. This guy Sedek, W4RNL, he was the famous antenna designer.
Yep. no.
And he states in his information, to the best of my knowledge, no one in the USA is currently producing such a tuner commercially. Chapter 25 of recent ARRL antenna books has a simple tuner with some limitations in link main coil coupling efficacy, but not a bad start. The only commercial unit I know of was made in Germany until just recently. Despite their relative scarcity, link coupled tuners have certain advantages over all other tuners. First, they are inherently designed for use with balanced feeders, which is the big point. Second, they exhibit extremely low losses, even at high power levels with reasonable care of construction. Third, they can be configured to almost any balance line condition that might face the operator, which again is what we're after. However, they also have certain disadvantages. First, they do not lend themselves to automated or rapid changes in settings and configurations as one changes band. Second, they work best when equipped with plug-in coil sets that permit the most optimal coil length size ratios.
Right.
People don't like to do that.
No, it's inconvenient,
Open
but
the box.
you got one big antenna up and it'll do all the bands, so that's
Yeah.
pretty convenient. One more click. So Dennis, in his infinite wisdom, he satisfied a request I had. I said, measure the antenna, your antenna impedance on the bands you're interested in and send me the information. So we generated touchstone files. Are you guys familiar with a touchstone file? I know Carol is with all this stuff. Touchstone files? Basically, you tell your antenna analyzer to step through a number of frequencies and record all of them, not just the one frequency. So in this case, this is the 40 meter band. He started off at 7 megahertz, ran it to 7.3 megahertz, and those two sets of numbers are the resistive component and the reactive component of the antenna makes. So I'm gonna step up here again. If you look here, this is under SimSmith. There's a provision in SimSmith to upload a touchstone file. That's what it's showing here. D-loop 40 meter S1P, and that's the file that you generated. If you read these numbers, it says 27.34 ohms is the resistive component on 40 meters at 7.1 megahertz with minus 124 ohms of capacitive reactance. And what they're showing you is a sweep of 7.1 to 7.3 where those reactances fall on the Smith chart. Okay, another clicky poo. Here is your antenna that I used in my house. You'll note that my 68 ohm resistor doesn't match with what we said on the prior slide. And you'll note that the reactance of my capacitor doesn't match what we had on that prior slide. And the reason for that is when I got over to your house, I flipped my antenna analyzer on those feeders, and I came up with those two reactance values. And the difference is when you made your measurements, your balanced feed line was shorter, and you had 8 feet of RG8 or 213 coax tied to the feeder. Going to your meter. Did you say you had 8 foot of coax?
No. There was, no, when I took the biggest difference.
When you did the touchstone?
Yeah, the biggest difference between when I took the touchstone files and when you came over is the feed line was longer and rerouted. I have some pictures I can show you too, that the feed line was longer and rerouted on plants that back up. The cabling between was the same, was like about 2 feet.
Okay, well, the bottom line here, the thing I wanted to point out is transmission lines are impedance transform. So if you change the length of the line, you change the nature of the line, transformation will change. That's why I have different numbers than what you had in touchstone. So anytime you change a feed line, all feed lines are impedance transformers unless it's a perfect match. You have a perfect 50 ohm resistive antenna and a perfect 50 ohm transmission line. nothing will change. But if there's any difference between the two, you'll find that there's differences due to the transformation rate, nature of transmission lines. Okay, next slide. So here we go. I took that magic antenna of mine and put it on that crummy little gadget I got sitting on that table. And here's what happened. At 7.28 megahertz, now note, I started this test at 7.1, but it resonated, lowest SWR at 7.28, only because I'll guarantee you my capacitor didn't match the value that I calculated. I just grabbed something close. And the resistor wasn't exactly perfect, but it was pretty damn close. And so at 7.28 megahertz, the match is 1.02 to 1, which isn't too bad. The other interesting part about this, if you take a look at the 2 to 1 SWR points, you go from 6.83 megahertz to 8 megahertz. So that's 1.2 megahertz 2 to 1 bandwidth.
Right.
So it's not going to work that way, but
No.
but I thought that was pretty cool. So next slide, please. Now, if you saw my little demo thing, you probably wouldn't run too much power through there. I told you it's a 1 milliwatt unit. I had some big stuff in my junk box. And so that's what's on that board. I fired up my lathe and I built him a new coil, one that would resonate down to 160. That's a piece of 2-inch PVC that's got, I think it's got like,
So 40 turns.
40 turn?
yeah,
Wow.
maybe a little more than
A
that.
little more?
40 turns. It's whatever it is. I think it's about 24 microhenries.
That's about right, yeah.
Yeah.
In any event, inside of that piece of 2-inch PVC is a piece of 1.5-inch PVC with 10 turns on it. So that's actually the primary winding is inside of there. Instead of winding it on the outside, 2 separate pieces of PVC. And so I brought the leads out and put some clips in there and took it over to Dennis so he could play with it. Next slide. So once we figure out which taps really work, I have that big Mamu wafer switch there. I think it's a 25 amp ceramic insulated antenna tap switch. 4 position, and that's how many taps I have in that coil. So once we figure out exactly which taps we're going to use for which band, I'll add that to the tuner. And there'll be a second switch to add some additional capacitance to go with those smaller variables. If you go into the lower frequency bands, you need more capacitance.
Better read it, yeah.
One more click. And so, in the final details, determine tap positions, and Dennis has been doing some evaluation and made some notes as to which taps work best on which bands. And I made a note, we've got to add parallel capacitors to resonate the lower bands. And the most important thing is to get on the air.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I think there's one more slide.
In the
No,
slide,
there isn't.
click to
So that's
close.
the whole story. Any questions?
So you're gonna use it, get on the air and continue the testing now?
No, once you're on the air, you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
I thought you were gonna do some additional tests.
Well, we're gonna see if we can let it smoke out. You wanna let smoke out, Dennis?
Not particularly, no.
No.
Smoke your limit?
The original problem was it would not resonate on 40.
Right.
That's where it started.
40 was a problem band, and I didn't have a tuner that would have enough inductance to do 160, so that was a problem.
What tuner do you have? You built one.
But
I've had a homebrew tuner for 35 years. It was a, I don't know, like a 20 millihenry, little inductor on it, so it didn't have enough L in it to work on 160. Some bands were finickier than others to resonate.
Yeah.
So it was a tough one. I've had to do stuff before that weren't that hard to match. This one was a problem. So John, you wanna bring up those pictures?
This
Sure.
one actually resonates down to 1.5
You need to share
acres.
the screen.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, nice.
The ones, when I
Not
did
yet.
was.
You
when I
get on there and
evaluated
compete with
160,
KFPK, yeah.
When I
You
did
gotta
one
change,
sixty, I was looking, actually haven't used the transmitter yet. I've only used the analyzer because I don't know what's.
Right, you want the analyzer.
So I have to analyze it first, and I couldn't, looked at the
Alrighty.
60, there's nothing, it's like 10-1 across the band.
So what are they under,
So-
pictures?
Yeah, the directory is SFM IRC. It's like a-
I'll pick
So I went
Okay,
down
let me find the
from the
pictures
band,
here.
and lo and behold, they're 1.6,
Nice.
1.6.
You just put it in
Beautiful
here.
resonant dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much capacity I had in there,
Yeah.
so that's all I had.
So that was
They're
actually a
gonna
problem.
be on this,
Probably just a long.
one of these discs that just got in.
How to tune on 20.
It's perfect
What is
storm.
it?
Yeah. So
But it appears it still handle everything he's got to do, so.
Yeah.
I've got quite a bit of trial and error.
How big your cap, about 300?
I don't know, how big is that cap?
It's two sections at, I think they're like 180.
Can everybody see it now?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So wire antennas are notoriously not photogenic. It's hard to picture that, but the apex of the wire is up at the top of the mast. Next one.
And the mast is how tall?
The top, where the antenna is, it's, where the wire is, 40 feet
40 feet above the roof or above ground?
above the ground.
It could be.
And
There you go.
I don't know.
Gonna have to go back to D here, I guess. This one doesn't click like the other one did.
It's not just that band, it's, those.
Yes. The log, they showed the
Oh, we gotta
log.
go
and we didn't
to-
have, we didn't have any pictures of field day last month, did we?
From the field day I went to.
Which one you
Oh, there?
go? No.
I saw some pictures, but
Yeah.
I see pictures
I
tomorrow.
don't remember seeing anything.
Yeah.
Another this one.
Maybe the pictures.
Yeah, second
I'll
one.
send you some. I also sent some.
Okay, now I'll look at this.
But I should let you share.
Flip
Yeah,
through.
I don't think we did.
We're not.
So far.
If people so desire, we can.
Okay. You do it that way?
Alright, this,
Oh, okay.
this is the feed point there at the corner. You can see the open wire
This
line
is-
coming down.
This is the only wide-band antenna I have. The other antenna I have is that vertical, and that only turns one.
That's more like 600 ohm line then.
Yeah.
That's my
So
second.
that's good, yeah, okay.
Click away.
Click away.
I haven't tried it
Okay.
on the other antenna.
I like it.
Other way.
Put it on
Go the other
antenna,
click.
I won't be able to receive anything but one frequency.
So this is just shows where, this is my homemade.
Where do you get that prevent wood?
Yeah, it's got some stress on it. The open wire line comes down, and this is my homemade, standoff, open wire, next picture.
Way cool.
And this stretches down the fence, next picture. And then it comes across, and this is the shack right here.
I don't think I can hear anybody.
And,
That's-
comes down off the wall, and next picture. And so Phil had a great idea for getting an open wire line into the house, into the shack. So this is just two pieces of half-inch PVC with a piece of solid wire just through the middle of it. Next picture.
Yeah.
And the other side of the wall. And next picture. And this is the beast, tuner,
The Mamu.
in action. So we've got some clips here to put in the parallel capacitance on both sides.
I'm particularly fond of my copper ground buds.
Yes. And that's it. That's what I want to show.
Oh, that's a nice,
I need this, Phil, sometime. Seems like a good, that's you.
What's that? You're tough. Picking on a poor little guy. Gotta be ashamed of yourself.
yeah, I'll pick on your elders, right?
All right.
Well, pretty snazzy.
So we're well on the road to having Dennis mended.
Well, it's been really nice having you do that, Phil. It's been an inspiration to me.
Well, the important thing is, I think it's gonna work fine for you, that's the point.
Now, if we get you on
And
the
my
air,
check box has less
Tuesday
junk in
night.
it now, which is another important thing.
I haven't been for the last 3 weeks, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know, actually. We get Phil on the air on Tuesday night.
Oh, that'd be
Now,
cool.
that's the hard
You
part.
know, everybody says that to me.
Yeah, well, you know,
Oh,
enough people tell you, maybe they're right.
Well, if it weren't so damn lazy.
Now,
Ah,
now, look like you got a slot here.
all right, so we need
I
to
guess that's where you
go
tap.
back to the Zoom
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Did you wanna show those Oregon shots?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this side.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
so
good.
now we,
very
now we
good.
have to find those organ shots.
Watermelon day.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Let me see if I can get them to you. I'll find them, these are.
Is George in? Is George logged in?
Are they on the
Must be.
W6SFM club?
I'm not sure, but
Not
I'm
sure
gonna
where
send
they
them
are,
to you
okay.
right now. I can probably find them.
I have them here, if you tell me where to send them.
Oh, what email do you have open?
I don't have any
W6
email.
You like my
SFM
junk?
Club.
I like your junk.
Let's see here. Hold
That's
on.
not bad for a
I gotta
junk box
find your-
coil.
Let's go.
It shows you what you can do with a lathe, huh?
Man, I'm so glad I bought that lady.
Oh, here. This one's open right now, looks like. Mike, if you sent to w6sfm.com@gmail.com,
Now it's on solid.
that'll go right in here.
W6SFM.com.
Yeah, w6sfm.com@gmail.com, they'll show up right in this box. That's what we got open right now. Yeah.
It didn't happen yet.
Let's see here. There we go. And then we go back to your emails. You did send them, Mike, or he sent
Okay, W6SFM.
.com.
At.
Yeah, that's fine, send them there. That's fine, do that.
Yeah.
It should get there
That-
either
that-
way.
that works.
There it is. No, there you are.
w6sfm.com@gmail.com.
Zoom was granted access, okay.
John,
Yeah.
I brought something just in case nobody else had it.
Okay.
You want one of his mail drop or attachments?
Attachments is good.
So what'd you bring?
Key.
Oh, okay, good.
It's a repeat.
They were testing it.
Been a while ago.
Yeah, I don't know, 6, 8 years ago.
Yeah, I brought something too.
100 gig.
Yeah, we'll get to the show and tell here after a while.
On 15 years.
All right, well, that didn't work.
You notice Chris is fondling the computer.
Mike, can you forward that
He's looking at it.
email that you just sent?
I just sent it.
Looking at it.
Yeah, it won't, we can't get it, so forward it to
That's how we look at
W6,
stuff, yeah.
forward it to w6sfm.com@gmail.com. w6sfm.com@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Is that what you just did?
S.
That's probably what messed them up.
.com
.com
at gmail.com.
at gmail.com again.
Yeah,
W6sfm.com at.
That should work.
That's the old one.
yeah, that's what's open in this folder right here, so. That's what it'll come across.
I wonder if your file size is small enough to go through.
How big is it? It should. I've got 20 meg files for it, work.
Oh, that's not that big. Less than 25 meg.
Carol, did you ever think you'd ever see another?
We'll see.
couple?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. I'm around you, of course.
Get through?
Can't win, can I?
You just did.
I'm a fossil.
It should load, might take a while because of the file size.
Should be up.
That's true.
Yeah, from a phone.
Ah,
There's actually a video clip as well.
Oh, that'll help.
That'll be fine.
What's on the agenda right now?
A little time of meditation.
Oh, meditation.
And 7LE.
We've got
That's it.
Michael. Mike's field day in Oregon.
Oh, great. All right, I'm gonna let this soak in.
Oh, okay, that's the call you were under in Oregon.
ah, there you go. Yeah.
Did you get it?
N7LE,
Does that mean you got something?
yeah. Let's see if it opens, okay?
We didn't work you guys, I know that. I don't think we did.
See all attachments?
That's it.
Is that it?
In no particular order, yeah.
Oh.
If you want to click on see all.
All right, so we gotta get rid of this thing, yeah. Let's see here.
See all?
Save all attachments. It's gonna go into your pictures, which is fine. What the heck? Nothing here. What happened?
Are we home?
Take one picture.
So we got that one. Huh.
That's a portable tower.
Now, are we still sharing? Let's see here.
He goes.
No water.
You
Okay, so there's one picture.
Keep it vertical.
This one here. That, for some reason, it just sent us the one picture.
Yeah,
tonight.
that's all we're getting is the one picture.
And it's a good picture.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Tell you why.
let's focus on this picture.
Let's see that big, look at the big picture here.
You're not kidding when you said about meditation.
Let's not meditate on this.
Here, look.
Oh, even better.
Look at that tower.
Now it's the big picture, okay.
Does that tower fit on top of the car?
What's that?
Okay, so this.
Does that tower fit on
I
top
guess
of
this
the
is the
car?
one picture we have.
Okay, so talk about
although I
it.
have a whole bunch in here that we could pass around. So during field day, I was up in Bend, Oregon, visiting my brother, and he's not a ham, and my wife wouldn't let me take my equipment, so I decided, like I did many years ago on Maui, called or looked up clubs in the area and find out who was doing field day, and I emailed the president of the club and said, gee whiz, I'm up visiting my brother. You guys do field day? He said, yeah, come on by. So you can get that out of the sign there. This is a field day that's put on by the Central Oregon DX Club. It's a club that was founded in 1989. About 25 members, and they meet at around Black Bear Diner or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
that's common.
Every week.
Every
Single week they have lunch at Black Bear Diner. Very serious club. The field day site was at a snow park about 15 miles west of Bend, Oregon, about halfway to Mount Bachelor ski area. The site is 5,000. Oh, that looks like more pictures. The site is 5,400 feet. It's they actually have a warming hut there for Nordic skiers. So they're very, there'll be a lot of snow, serious about all their skiing and stuff. Oh,
there's more.
That is the hut in the lower
I
left.
don't know why it's not letting us.
So they actually operate indoors.
No.
Yeah.
Now you got it.
And actually one of the gentlemen, one of the members of the club helps run that Nordic ski area. So he has access to the club every year.
So you're in the lodge,
beautiful log cabin. They have restrooms there, parking, about 5 miles to the west is Mount Bachelor. If you know anything about that area, the Three Sisters
Been there.
are a little bit farther to the north. If you look, know any more about it, those are combination shield volcanoes and stratovolcanoes. You do that too, right?
No, but my brother was a smoke jumper. I read that.
Yeah. So the Cascades are volcanic chains, so that's all volcanic ash there.
Yeah.
It's quiet. Okay, what other pictures do you have? Oh, so that first one is a custom trailer with a crank up that has just, I think, 4 or 5 sections of 15 feet each. So that is on a trailer that's towed there. That's one of the towers, so they put a TA-33 Mosley tri-bander on that.
Been around a
And
while.
And Mosleys are pretty much bomb-proof. That's why a lot of people like them. They're very robust.
Yeah.
And field day Yankees get kicked around quite a bit. This is the second tower, and this is a TA-33 Junior. It's a little bit smaller and good for 500 watts instead of 2,000 watts. What else you got? What other pictures? Side.
There you go.
They ran K3s exclusively, being a contest club, not a big surprise.
Yeah, that's the right radio.
Dr. Brian.
They had, I think that warming hut there is probably about 30 by 40 feet, has a big stove right in the middle for warming, and they have racks and everything for skis and all that kind of stuff. What else you got? So this is the view from the warming hut. You see the restrooms here, all the parking area. This is the crank up here. In the distance, that's the second tower there. So they have some pretty long coax runs for this guy.
Yeah, but you gotta need to do that.
It's probably close to 200 feet.
Both towers are crank up, right?
No, this is a crank up. This is a tilt.
Wow.
And there may be an image or two of those, or how you get that tilt up there.
Yeah, exactly.
It involved, I forget the name for it, but a lever force, basically. The tower's laying down, and you stick one at the base.
Like a falling derrick?
Yeah, that's it, falling derrick, yeah. And then you wrap it to, in this case, a Toyota Tundra. That's me on the left. That's Richard Fry, who is the president of the club. Very welcoming club, all very accomplished contesters. Good CW ops as well.
Or else you wouldn't be there. If they were phone and digital, I don't think you would have shown up.
Well, yeah, chances are if they're a very accomplished club, and most GX clubs have CW ops.
Yeah.
And I could hold my own, and they were surprised and pleased. Although I had to ask for a key, being the old fart that I am. They poke buttons all the time. You know, they run the computer with everything.
Oh, you just ruined the whole
They have the
thing.
keys there for guys like me, but you know, I made a little bit of a
Computerized CW.
Put it in your keyboard, right?
ass of myself saying, is it
Oh,
okay if I
man.
use a key? So they had to unhook a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
But I only worked 3 or 4 contacts. I was there for about 3 hours and helped rig up. So I was there about 6 in the morning, and they were pretty impressed that I actually helped.
All right.
But if you're in that area, they're a real good group. A lot of sharp individual with really good operators, nice equipment. See, 2 towers.
You're good.
What was our point total for our club for field day?
I got it.
You got it there.
I got a picture of it. Hang on.
They said it was they said the conditions were not very good.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, we've seen better.
Well, we had our eye on Chris the entire time, and I can tell you, he was sleeping at the wheel.
Oh, I slacked off when I was eating and carrying over the best of them.
They had about 5,000 points.
Well, we didn't get that many.
They beat
No,
us.
I don't think so.
And they're not, they're body off, don't forget. So.
No,
We only went till 11 o'clock though. So.
Yeah. Well, and they had a log
And they went 20
with operators, like we do for bug roundup.
Right.
They had that for field day. So I just, they let me know.
We just did we do about 8 hours, 10 hours.
And stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Up 12.
Yeah.
Did 12 hours.
It's about maybe 15 miles west of Bend.
As I recall, that ski area is, I don't know, if it's even 30, 40 minutes outside of Bend.
You are
Bend,
correct.
yeah.
You are correct. It's incredibly convenient.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So if you guys are ever traveling around field day, hams are actually pretty cool folks. And they welcome people to come by.
Oh, putting wire in the trees.
This guy is good. That's me holding the fishing pole, that thing there.
Yeah.
So I was holding it, and first shot, he got it over
Right up.
one of the Douglas firs.
Nice
And
high.
that was for, I don't think they did 160 days. I think that was for 80 meters. But it was off center fed tide poles.
Yeah.
How was the fishing?
Didn't fish.
Oh, yeah, the fishing pole.
Well, I caught a wire.
Got a wire?
That's good. That's good fishing.
It looks like a pencil. The eraser on top.
Yeah, you got a point.
Well, on the other end there's
Other
a
end,
point,
yeah.
presumably. Is there a point to all this? No.
No.
No puns intended either.
And you can see
I got a
the
bridge
second
to
tower
sell.
to the left of that shot. Anything else?
That's pretty neat.
Let's take a look here. No, it looks like we've been through all of them.
So they did have to shut down because of lightning. I was actually out to dinner with my brother and stuff, and it started raining and everything, and then I heard lightning, and then I thought to myself, those guys are out there on a mountain with 2 towers with a whole bunch of aluminum on top.
Yeah.
And
Say target.
and I was actually looking at the news where the strikes were, and there was a strike within a quarter mile of this location.
Were there any fires up there while they were up there?
No,
Good.
just beautiful. Look at that sky.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So they of course unhooked both ends of the coax from the equipment and the antenna, and the antennas were grounded nicely as well. They didn't take any hits, but you can probably imagine what the static charge was.
You gotta wonder if it's better to have that antenna grounded or ungrounded in a case like that.
I think lightning's gonna take its course no matter what you do.
Yeah, but if it's not grounded, it's not gonna be attracted.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
The
think.
tower's on the ground, it's not
Especially
gonna metal, it'll find it.
Especially if you have competing objects nearby.
Yeah.
Well, there are some big trees, but this is metal.
Yeah, metals.
That's what I like,
Sure.
that's what I like underground antennas.
So
So you like low to the ground antennas?
Yeah.
so that's what I was doing when you guys were down here.
Yeah, while we were melting.
Well, it wasn't.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
It wasn't bad.
nearly as bad as.
So we had 140.
No, it wasn't bad at all, really.
We had 146 contacts.
146.
140.
And the
Yeah.
point
How many
total-
points?
Total points and 9 preliminary points were 9. Where is it here? I just read it. 934. But that was because of everything else we got. We got 100 points for 100% emergency power, and all that.
Yeah.
Public
And
occasion.
it was one operator, you get one.
Well, pretty much Chris. John did get a few in
You
there.
got a few.
But you only
You
had
got
one
one.
station.
We had one station.
One station, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys had at least 2, didn't you?
If you go to their website, it's because they also sponsor the Oregon QSO party. And then they also do the California, what's the counties contest? What's that one?
CQP.
CQP. So they come from Oregon and they go to Modoc Plateau and set up a station there.
Cool.
And
That's
they
good.
usually win that, not surprisingly, being contesters with towers and everything. So that's one of their big contests.
But I don't understand, when they're using a computer, what is it that they're actually doing?
You press the button, bang on a keyboard. You press the button, it logs it. It copies them. You pretty much, it says,
So they don't even
it says
need
the
to-
exchange and everything.
They're not even using CW in the real sense of the word.
In my book, that's why
Yeah, all
I
they do
asked
is-
for a key.
Yeah.
But they can all, I mean,
Each to
they're
their own.
certainly capable of it, because every station had a key, but they weren't hooked
So
up.
in reality, the contest winners are the ones using the computers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's standard.
Okay.
That's just the way it is.
What was their exchange?
There was, 3A.
There ought to be a different category for doing real CW,
You would think. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, we're not doing too shabby. We've done pretty well in the past.
It's all what you like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
ways to enjoy this hobby.
It's just, to me, it's like, why call it CW when they don't even know how to use CW yet?
Well, they do. They
do.
just don't in contests.
But if they have someone there having a
You gotta know how to do
with-
it, CW. You gotta know how to copy it, because some guy comes along, you need to make a correction or something. Sometimes it's easier to use the keyer.
Well, if they got
Real
somebody
quickly.
that's operating slow and they're
They can
using
do
the
it.
computer, does the computer respond slower too then, or?
Not automatically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They were running between 26 and 30
Oh, okay.
words a minute.
Yeah.
And they had to remind us, or remind all the members numerous times that this is field day, it's not a contest.
That's right.
So they really had to kind of tone it
They had to
down.
Right.
Yeah. Because again, these are big guys. There are a couple
The
of the
big
guys
contest guys, yeah.
do the multi-$100,000 de-expeditions kind of
Oh,
stuff. So
Yeah.
there's some somebodies
Okay.
They're
in this
serious.
club.
They're published in that.
So they try to make it a point that this is the one event that is not a contest.
Yeah.
So go easy on the
We
coffee.
want to win anyway.
Be nice. It's okay to talk. It's okay to have a donut.
That's right. Have 2 or 3.
Yeah, talk to the new guy.
Have some tacos.
I
Yeah.
think that's all the pictures in
Yeah,
there.
cool.
That
Well,
was-
That's pretty cool.
That was a good
it
pack.
was great. They were
All right, here.
great guys.
That's what I was here.
Well, Mike,
Just
we-
so
we-
we'll not
we-
shut
Get
off
rid of
the,
that there.
So they were using the computer
Yeah,
just for
that's all.
sending, right?
You're golden
They
again.
just like,
And we're back to normal.
they weren't using
Right.
it for decoding the CW.
No.
No, that makes perfect sense.
oh, they weren't?
That part does.
When I operate the international, the IARUHF championships,
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I copy my head,
Right.
but I'm operating like 12 hours.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you're gonna get real fatigue if you are sending the
It's
same.
got
thing
wear
over
out.
and over.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Well, and
You know,
someone has to be able to copy something so the computer knows it's a do.
Of course, and computer CW decoders, they make too many mistakes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
It's not.
Ah, that's where the bug comes in.
It's,
Real well.
prime time.
Unless you got Mr. Perfect on the other end, which is probably another computer.
Alrighty.
Very good.
Well, I think it's time for refreshments then.
I think it is.
Do we have coffee?
Sure. How many people want coffee?
Morse code coffee.
Yep. Regular code.
I'd like a non.
No, I use that up.
Decaf.
Fake stuff.
Regular coffee. Yeah.
Fake coffee.
I'm out of here, guys. Have a good week, and I'll see you next month.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Hey, coming.
Yeah, they do an expedition to Modoc County for California QSO party. They got a big
Yeah,
Christmas
it's a
party.
surprise.
So how many people do you
Yeah,
think
see
take
that
to
little-
Modoc County? 3 or 4?
Oh, no, this is
Oh,
a
yeah.
traveling contest. There's images on their,
Well, I was gonna say, because Modoc County generally has 10 people in it, and
it doubles the
Like double the
population
population, yeah.
that weekend.
I just like the expedition for CQP would be fun in rural county.
Well, I have an open invitation, to doing any of
Yeah,
this
I
stuff.
just turned it off.
But I'm also
It's
worth some
allowed
points too, so
Right.
they saw blood. Here's a live.
No contest, but we want those points.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I was just working on, resolving the problem with my air conditioner causing noise.
What aircraft do you have?
Did you get a fix, Kurt?
That's MODOK.
Do you have an
That's
Electronic
how many
radio? I
people
see you
were-
have a
Wow,
shirt.
quite a club.
What kind of radio do you
Yeah.
have? A K3.
Oh, wait, see
Okay.
that? So that's,
Oh, yeah, I have the
that's a good-
KX3.
that's how many operators there
And I have
were
the
at
KX.
MODOK.
No, the
Yeah.
KPA 500.
So I mean, they,
Amplifier.
trailers in a circle, and towers and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, Electronic is great.
Oh.
You've got B4.
Probably.
Right?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
I can't get it to,
I remember,
can't get it to connect to the
Field days
computer.
this morning.
That might be a blessing.
When I went to that.
And except you're supposed, your logging program is
Filters.
really nice when you connect it to the computer and it knows the frequency and it knows, the band. and all
So did you get that hooked up, Carol?
I brought it here so you can take a look at it. This is a brute force line filter.
Oh.
And I haven't hooked it up yet, but I just wanted to bring it so people can
So you
see.
got this variable frequency drive on your compressor and
That's right.
compressor fan, right?
All those new appliances are that way.
And it
Wow, wow.
generates
Kicks up a bunch of noise, huh?
spikes every 17 kilohertz or so when the AC compressor is on. So whenever I turn on the AC, I got this noise on HF.
But not with
Summer,
the,
you're off the air.
So we're gonna try and see if this does any help.
but not with the fan then, so.
It's not the whole house fan. It's only when the AC kicks on.
How close,
Okay, only with
how
the
close
compressor.
are you to is your station to the actual compressor?
It's outside behind the house.
How close is that to the station?
It's probably about 30, 40 feet away.
Wow.
So you think it's traveling over the wiring?
Oh, guaranteed.
I think it's coming over the wiring. I did put ferrites on the control wires, which go to the thermostat, and that didn't do anything.
That didn't do it, huh?
So, no, ferrites do that. So I think it's being conducted into the 240 volt line.
Yes, it is.
What's the brand, what brand of PC do you have?
It's a Ring, Root,
Ring.
the same thing, RUD. And it's a brand new AC they just put in last year. And I called the company, it was a Big Mountain Heating and Air, and they said they've never heard of a problem like this before. And I've been complaining to them for a whole year, and they've done absolutely nothing.
For a year,
For a year,
huh?
I've
Once they
complained.
get your money, that's it, huh?
My gosh, yes. So we're gonna try this, see if this does any good. And I have another surprise today. All of a sudden, I've got noise all over HF coming from somebody who has a noisy inverter, one of my neighbors.
Oh, no.
It just started now. That's right, and it's,
Somebody had a solar system?
I don't know, it's every 72 kilohertz from from LF all the way up to 30 megahertz.
Oh,
wow.
How big, how long, how strong?
Well, it's, I was looking on my web SDR and it's just blanking. I mean, it's
You want
all over.
decaf, Dennis?
No, real thing for me.
Okay, who want a decaf?
Mike,
Come on.
Mike,
There you go.
I need that, thank you.
What's
That's bad news. For years, I sold variable frequency drives.
There's a waterfall. You see all those,
Oh, my God.
all those spikes.
Here's a goodies,
Give it
too.
up.
That's great. I never heard of that before.
Sure.
Anyway, I sold variable frequency drives for years. Everything from like 3 horsepower up to 500.
Well, that's what it looks like.
It's a brute force filter.
From the slow scan TV.
Yeah.
They make line reactors that you can put in series with a compressor. But that line reactor.
Thanks for taking up those pictures.
Oh my goodies.
Yeah, I got that from Amazon.
So anybody else with decaf? Just one decaf.
Decaf going once?
No.
Looks like we're done with decaf.
Done with decaf.
So that's the
Now you want the real
12
thing.
to 17 megahertz. That's coming on my,
Alrighty.
that's my SDR plate showing that.
Have you got a cheap AM radio?
Yeah,
Walk around the
Yeah.
neighborhood
I drove around the block on the way here and it was really loud on it.
Well, that's part of the problem, quote unquote, nobody listens to AM anymore. So
Well, you know,
nobody cares about all the
they quit
interference.
heard the AM radios in
I
cars
know.
for that
But
very
how you
reason.
know where everything is
I
at?
Just call your congressman and keep
But-
AM in your
That's a
car.
brute force filter for the AC.
If they, the internet goes out, what are you gonna do, right?
How much current can you run? Oh, this-
20 amps.
That's not enough.
That's not enough for.
What I found interesting about that whole thing about the radio is that my first car didn't have a radio.
It says 18 amps ampacity on their unit.
The problem with this is if you put this in series with your AC unit, if something happens to the AC unit, you know,
Yeah.
that's the rub.
Just take it out.
Well, they're supposed to fix that. I was complaining, you know, because they did the installation and they're supposed to resolve this problem.
Did he call Rude?
I called Rude and they say, you know,
Talk to your installer.
talk to the installer.
Yeah.
You ready for real coffee?
You know what you could do?
I remember
You
asking,
can
years ago, I remember asking about.
go down to small claims court and you file with them, and I will guarantee
Said, yeah, your room is like 14 feet.
they may not solve it, but they will know you're alive and you will hear from them.
Okay, where's the coffee?
Just, you know, you get a first send them a letter, you know,
Pass it up
kind
there.
of
Sugar.
certified mail,
Cream,
and then
fake
not
sugar
much
as
they
well.
don't say, small claims.
Which fake, okay, you want the real? You want real
I'm gonna
sugar?
try
or-
this first and see if they can
Oh,
work.
So what are you gonna put this in series with the compressor?
Yeah, I think the real
With the
coffee.
main,
Sugar, yes.
main coming in.
Not everybody
Just
agrees
on
with that.
the,
Well, how much power?
I
does
do
it-
prefer
does
my
it
feet
draw?
on.
it draws,
Yeah, well,
14 amps.
14. Try it.
Yeah.
The beauty of it is, the way these are designed, the closer you are to the noise offender, the more effective.
Well, I don't know, with this.
With all that conductor coming back to the panel,
Turn my back.
acts as an antenna,
Mhm.
put forward.
Here's
right
the-
here, so the closer you
Here's the
get
new
to
Elecraft K5.
That is the K5, so you got your
K5,
hands on
huh?
I brought the.
it. You got your
very
hands
first
on the
K5.
prototype of the K5.
The K4 just didn't hack it, huh? So they come out with a K5 now.
It was a K5.
That's really good woodwork they're doing that there. Elecraft stepping up their game.
We got one of those.
Yeah.
Only have a card game once a month.
This is one of your collectibles, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta say,
almost 100-year-old.
this is the K5.
This is the
There's lots of
K5.
goodies here, if you don't eat them,
How cool.
Mike's gonna quit bringing them, so.
Oh, look at
Indulge.
you. Look at all that
That's
stuff.
thanks to Mike.
So you like my gadget,
I like it.
my
yeah.
junk?
You like it, that's pretty good, yeah.
Isn't that cute?
That,
It
So it's a
works.
the broadcast
receiver.
cap.
Yeah, it's an old
Nice
crystal
one.
set.
K5, huh?
K5.
That's pretty
yeah.
cool. Stereo. Stereo K5. Diversity reception.
Oh, baby, now you're talking. Put a vertical on one and horizontal on the other.
Have you pulled it apart and looked inside of it?
Oh, yeah.
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 There's the specs on it right there.
Is that yours? Yeah.
Well, Carol, that sounded like a noisy mess.
Where'd you
Yeah,
find that?
everybody's, this is
Was that
R-
for crystal?
RFI.
I
is
like that. The cat's
major
whisker
problem.
sitting there. Yeah. Where'd you find this?
So that's gonna go in line with the power
My
source?
brother found it.
That's good for 20 amps.
He
That's
was,
good.
well,
20,
you
yeah,
were his
20 amps
yeah,
and
yeah,
40 volts.
antique dealer.
Single phase.
He told me that. I said, yeah, get it.
All right.
It might do it.
Good. Wow.
Here's another
EMI
copy for the next
filter.
person.
100-year-old crystal set. Cat's whisker, it's old Lemco, wooden case.
I'm gonna put these
That's the
on
crystal right here, that's the cat whisker right there.
Bill's right.
Yeah, little whisker there.
Take that out.
They actually have a dial on it, and then the headphones on either side.
Does it have a brand on it?
Lemco, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's a commercial product.
I told you I knew
Or it
it.
was in 1926.
18 amp capacity, that means
My brother was an antique dealer, he found it.
125%.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Crystal set.
It's stereo too.
1.5 units should be fine.
I think I do, so.
Yeah, those headphones are like the ones that I use when I pass test the OCC. Sweaty, hard plastic.
Actually, I own one of these.
From the guy who flunked it.
I did it.
Oh,
I remember 555 Battery Street, I listened to all the taxi cabs.
That's where I was. I had to take a pass.
Mister.
Yeah.
This, the ground wire doesn't have.
When we went down there, my wife and I drove
That's why you went
down,
there.
she was pregnant with our
I've never
daughter.
seen the radio, I did own one.
Yeah, technically you're grounded in this one.
She was pregnant with her daughter, and the daughter's now 44, that's the last time they looked at a license manual.
That's the,
Yeah, that's a real bummer that nobody
Lemon
cares
Cove
about.
Christmas.
And they all have those, everything's got those FCC
1926.
compliant labels on
That's
it.
pretty
They
cool.
don't need it, especially the stuff made in
That's
China,
why
they
cats
just
was
want
there,
to
they wanted
put on.
And the better the oxide on the cat's whisker, or the Molina crystal, the better it works.
Oh, you wanna see this thing here? Or you wanna look for coffee? Oh, okay, Chris wants.
There's one right there.
There's a hot one right on the corner of this counter.
Let me take it over there for you.
Like a crystal set.
What happened, Mike, did you use it?
It's gonna what?
Yeah.
Oh,
To an antenna.
right here, they're, grapes, cheese, and what's all that stuff in the envelopes?
I've got cheeses. New Electraft.
Fudge strips.
It's a Lemco 1926 crystal set.
That's what it looks like.
Kettle corn.
It's got the calories.
Yeah, right on the front.
Pretzels, name your,
Where's the camera?
name your flavor there. Which one you want? You like pretzels?
Where's the camera?
How's that coffee coming?
Is up there or?
Nineteen 1926 Lemco.
Yeah, sit Chris down with this one, I'll make you one.
240.
Get a catalyst over there.
Oh, nice.
No headphones.
Yeah. This is for you.
Wow.
Nice miner's box and everything.
I put your coffee right in front of where you're sitting.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what.
Yeah.
It's just, I know where the.
Okay, anybody else get coffee?
Can find your chair, Chris, okay?
I'll have some.
Anybody else for coffee?
That's
More
mine.
water, we got water over here too.
The water. All right, here.
Okay. Whose is this? Oh, this is,
Wow.
You need help opening that, Chris, or you got it?
Yeah.
Here, let me grab it for you.
Oh, I can put the hand on here.
See if I can do any better.
Yeah.
I didn't spill them all over the floor, that's good. There you go, Chris.
there you are.
That's when you bring in the cat.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were in the brewing
Oh,
process.
no, it was already done now.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, you pull that.
Anybody else for coffee?
No, I'm putting this actually inside.
So Chris, if you wanna do Sunday morning, it'll be between 10:15 and 11 o'clock in the morning. And I'll go on 80 meters around 35:45.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna be running
call.
80 watts.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably bring the K3 portable.
Email John about this.
And I'm gonna use, probably set up the
Dial on that thing just to.
G5 RV.
Capacitor.
I think I'm gonna set the G5 RV up, because that will work on 80 meters.
Capacitor.
Yeah.
That's what we,
Yeah, that's the one we
that's
use.
what we use for field day. So I'm gonna set up a G5 RV for 80 meters on Sunday morning. And it's not gonna be a long time on the air, because I'm gonna be mostly working with the kids on doing their names with the oscillator.
And they can't.
But for maybe 15 or 20 minutes, I'll probably go on the air and see if I can contact you. And then I'll say, Chris, say hello to John, or say hello to Bill, or say hello to Sarah. You know, then you could write back and say, hi, Sarah, you know, slowly. And so then I can say, he just said your name on the air, you know, stuff like that.
Right.
That's it. Just something simple like that.
Right.
That Sunday morning shouldn't be, the bands aren't too busy on Sunday morning, I don't think.
Okay, I'll make sure I don't forget.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully you won't forget.
You can always call me and make sure. But I'm pretty sure I'll be there.
All right, let me make sure I got your cell phone number. Hold
You
on.
having a serious?
Let's see, Chris.
Chris doesn't have a cell phone. Do you? You have a cell phone, Chris?
No, I'll do it, but I haven't played with it yet.
All right, well, I'll get your home number here.
Yeah,
So John, why you got the spec?
I gotta sit down with it. Okay, 916 348
That's the one you built.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
5
I haven't
916.
seen that thing in a while.
348
W7ZOI.
68
Is that what it was built from?
65.
Yep.
65.
1998?
348 6865.
The ran across it
All
on the
right, I'll call you like
on the,
around 10 or so, 10 in the morning.
150 and
That thing
25
works
years.
pretty well.
Now we make sure I don't forget.
Okay.
Why don't you show us next month? What do I need to demonstrate that?
You need an oscilloscope.
Okay.
It's gonna be hot, so I'll be home. I'm pretty sure I'll be home.
Yeah, it's gonna be warm.
What
in the
else we
morning.
need?
A signal source.
I'll usually do
Signal
one take a
generator.
walk, but we ran it
Well,
earlier, like about 8.
Any kind of little
Wow.
oscillator.
Have you done,
Yeah, signal generators.
But you gotta keep the power level down to
You're in a VHF, you
about
work
a
just fine
milliwatt.
now.
I'd be a signal generator.
Okay,
That's signal
so
generator.
I decided.
So we set that up for next month and you show us how it's done?
One of the,
I can remember.
horrible things.
Yeah.
I'll read this about 6 times and then try to keep up with it.
So I figured I was gonna use that at Nathan.
What's this box here?
I said, this sounds strangely
Well, you
familiar.
won't have any trouble hearing me, I
Something
know.
I bought at a wine
Oh,
elephant
no,
sale.
not at all.
Scenario.
Yeah,
So I added a signal rate.
Phil actually built this thing.
Oh my gosh.
So next month, we're gonna demonstrate it.
Oh, awesome. For September? Okay.
That's
beautiful. I love
That's good.
Oh, we have a new guy showing up next month, here, in person, that is.
Oh, okay.
Gotta be N6VN from
Yeah, run across it in the
Cameron Park.
1998, the 150 and 25 year. I said, that sounds familiar.
Signal rate
Drag that thing out.
that I use for slow scan and all.
It was in an auction, nobody wanted it.
Hey, hey, Angie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So right
You
now,
don't have to get that close, you can hear it.
oh, you can, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the screen right now, do you see all the different, people that are on the Zoom call?
You can hear it transmitted.
Yes.
Fine. Wouldn't connect.
Okay,
The
I
main
just-
picture, of course, is you guys.
okay, yeah, but you see, everybody should be listening though.
Yeah.
But you need less than
I'm
that.
down to 0.
I didn't have anything. I'm telling you about
It works fine.
2,200.
I was gonna ask you if you have a ballpark.
So I have,
Well,
I have.
yeah, I probably have something at the shack.
To my radio,
Look at it,
because
see
I
what
can't
gets
get
close. But
anything.
You'll get there. If you can go below it, you can certainly get to it.
Absolutely. And so.
That's the key point.
That's my K4. And.
So that reads 30
I
and then
sent
2 more
email
zeros.
to
Okay,
the
so I would-
302 is 3,000.
Okay. And they said, you know,
All right, I had to
update
make
this
this
software in the PC. and it
Children like it. Those
Well,
are the
it
good
was
ones.
already
They are.
updated with that already. I emailed it back, said it is updated.
I'm sorry.
Do they age?
So,
You know, I think they're just about bulletproof.
They're pretty stable, that's why I
All
like
the
to use them
cables
on.
on the thing
Yeah.
and drive down to Aptos or wherever they are
Like
now.
Yeah,
dominoes?
well.
Take it in and say, what am I doing wrong? Here's my computer, here's the radio, make it work. I mean, it worked on my K3 and it would connect, but, you know, but like I said, the nice thing to have is you plug that into your computer and your logging program knows what your frequency is and knows what band
But
you're
you want
on
them,
and
they're about 500
tells the
volts.
time and everything.
At least
It comes in your log, all you have to do is put in the call
And
sign.
those are 500 volts.
Yeah. It's not. So I have, the bottom line is, I have not made an HF contact.
I have no, Apple's.
No, she only uses PCs.
Apple's drive doctors, so you know that.
That was pretty good.
I like that.
Wow,
you're buying
KPH, okay?
Yeah, the takeaway business.
What do you need, Chris?
Got nothing.
Oh, okay, just walking around, okay,
Just wandering around.
that's fine.
Out for a stroll?
So what's your show and tell, Rob?
A key. This has been here before, but it was like I said, 6-8 years ago.
Oh, we got short memories.
Nobody's.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
People weren't there. So I was gifted a box of keys from an SK,
Uh-huh.
and there was a bunch of stuff in there, and this was one of them. This was obviously his jewel. Chad X would be drooling over it if he was here.
Is he still here or did he leave?
No, he's there.
Wow. Look at
Okay.
that chrome plate.
Whoa.
Whoa, baby.
So what it is?
It's an
Battles.
into DAN Mercury.
A Mercury.
It was
Wow.
Mercury.
Oh, guy.
That was interesting.
He only made about 300 of them.
Yeah, he only made it for a couple of years.
Yeah, it was, I think he was Polish or something, a machinist.
Okay, here comes Rob now.
Here's Rob now.
He's walking in.
He's got
Get
a key for you to drool over, Rob.
Yeah.
Rule?
Oh, okay.
He has, yeah.
What do you have?
The Mercury.
A Mercury?
Into DAN. You've seen it before.
I don't want to drop it.
How fast does it go?
It's a paddle.
As fast as you can
So
tell.
they throw away.
Well,
Yes, you can push it, huh?
I'll put it to you this way, David. Worked great. I did it at 40. I used one in Eureka about 10 years ago.
You're going 40?
Nice drum
Yeah.
finish.
Were you downhill?
Thanks, Gordon.
I was sitting in, I was at a ham convention in Eureka. And they wanted me to be there to demonstrate CW.
Okay.
That's why I was there.
Yeah.
This is
And you
easy.
cheated and used the key, or huh?
So David, I'm sitting there operating on, with this key, right? And I'm sitting there with my leg on the, well, I wasn't on the table really, but I was sitting there having a beer. I'm talking on the radio at the same time and talking to people.
Where is the Mercury in that?
I have this.
$400 panel in it, okay?
It's the name, there is no Mercury.
Right, I was gonna say, yeah.
Their
Right.
contact.
That was, perfect.
Very nice machine.
Yeah, the Mercury is probably one of the best
They're
machines
gonna need
today.
EPA to sign off that, it's Mercury.
You gotta add some more weight on.
Only if you tell
You have that regular camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, Venture actually made a knockoff.
Or did they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So how many of those do they make when they set everything up to manufacture those?
Not many,
Something
but
like
the guy
250
died.
of them made, I think.
They only made a couple hundred of them.
Couple hundred,
Couple
yeah.
hundred, yeah.
Wow.
The most.
Yeah. Somebody's got that.
Well, if it says lot 9 of 16, you know they made a lot of them. If it
Yeah.
says lot 1 of 1, probably not so
Every
Couple hundred?
Pacific is K.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then
right.
they put the numbers.
They
So
weren't
where's
cheap
the Mercury
back
switch?
And they're not Mercury.
They're generally
Just right.
unobtainium.
Just the name.
Oh, okay, it's a name.
No mercury, no mercury, no.
Okay.
It's like a model.
It's just the
I was looking
name.
for-
AH0 is Guam.
Like a mercury amplifier, no mercury in it either.
What's the serial number on that one?
This one here is serial number WY6N.
Oh, that's a good number.
All right.
1980.
It's,
A bunch of years ago.
all right, looks like they put the date on here too. It's 6.94,
Yeah, that's all right.
252.
Yeah, I knew WY6N, yeah.
And the serial number's on the bottom on those.
But for
And
the
it's
railroad,
made by N2DAN.
that's the guy.
Steve.
In Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah, I heard one of those.
That's where Tiger Woods used to live. Still
What are you
does.
doing here if you're not?
Well,
Just wondering.
I don't know. I think it's a little more cautious.
And that's what you can eat.
Running on the legs.
I'm proud of you.
Except
Where we at? Nice, huh?
All right, let's do this here. Let's let everybody see it here. So what we'll do is we'll go like this.
Why don't you just hold it in front of the camera?
Well, I am, but I gotta get a full screen.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I need to the web.
Get a picture of that.
All right, so this here,
And now it's.
this is the Mercury.
Yep, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, those are nice keys. They're beautifully machined and they're very well made.
Nice and heavy.
Yeah, very heavy. Yeah, he made those in his garage.
Yeah. TR had one of those, I used it when I was up there.
Yeah,
Very nice
yeah,
piece.
yeah, that is. And where did you come up with that one?
From,
That's Rob DQ's.
that was the original owner, and then, anyways, and he passed away, so his wife knew a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And gave it to him, and then he gave me the keys.
Wasn't that guy's name Clarence? I think he lived in Fairfield or something
Look
like
him up
that.
on QRZ, I don't know.
Yeah, W6SFM, yeah.
Then WI.
I looked it up, but I had the wrong glasses.
Oh,
But the
yeah.
guy I looked up was dead too, so I thought it was.
Yeah, it was even.
Thank you for the coffee, John. That was good.
How long do they leave silent keys on QRZ, you know?
Now, a couple of years, he died, I don't know what.
Until the call sign's fair game again?
DAN, yeah, he's been gone about 20 years. More than that.
He's been gone 20 years?
Oh, Lee.
They should come up again in 2 years, right? After an SK?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 2 years.
They were highly sought after.
How do they know?
Another one was the WBL,
notifies
that's
the
another great paddle.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, when your license expires after 10 years.
Well,
Yeah.
that would do it, but what else? I mean. there's
I don't know.
gotta be something more current.
I don't know if they look in the back of QST where.
You know, when they file death certificates, you know, the social security number stuff.
You can,
goes on.
yeah.
But when you get a hand license, I don't think we list social security number.
I think it just runs out. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
Like I said, it's at least 45 years.
Well, like you say, or they run out just from lack of interest or whatever.
Expire.
So you actually have a
Yeah.
license?
Don't get me started.
Oh, how cool.
I made mine
I
up.
just want to say that guy, you say he's been gone 20 years?
Oh, yeah, gotta be. 'cause
What's
I've
this
seen
called?
it. Into Delta Alpha November, DAN.
W2DAN.
No, it's N2.
Oh, N2, November 2.
Yeah.
DAN, huh?
Yeah, he's been gone since late 90s at least.
Yeah, the thing about those keys is there was such a long lag time from when you ordered it to when you got them done. So they're pretty precious.
Blue,
Man.
Blued in South Carolina?
What's the expiration date on his license? Or maybe that's a reissue it, gotta be. What's his name?
Daniel
Uh,
Brewer.
No, I don't know if that's his name.
No, that's a reissue, yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
Florida?
No, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So reissued.
Well, it could be anywhere now, you don't know.
It took me 13 months to get my Alberto Pertini,
Yeah.
but you have to order them, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like there's hundreds on the shelf.
No,
But you
make them on order.
You email them and you say, this is what I'd like, the finish, the model and all that kind of stuff. And then when he gets around to it, he lets you know.
But it's, Italian,
And then you pay
man.
him. He doesn't even want the money in advance or anything.
I guess he figures he'll sell it anyway to
I was
somebody.
gonna say, there's no problem selling it.
Yeah, so it was,
Default.
same kind of thing. The guy just does it in his basement shop. So it's a hobby.
Yeah.
I have to look where,
That's pretty neat though, yeah.
Drop by and see me, Scott, do you think?
I'll take your seconds.
Yeah, the ones that didn't work
Nice stuff
out,
for a glass of
didn't
wine.
quite pass
The
your,
one that the chrome plating came off a little bit there.
Yeah.
Looking for the factory outside.
That's basically a J36, right, Mike? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, I have a chrome.
Yeah,
Yeah, he calls it a tight J36.
it's tight, yeah.
It isn't a
Yeah,
military.
not a
version.
real J36.
And
No
it's not-
slop in that key.
It's not a Vibroplex Lightning either. It's a heavy duty, more precision Lightning Deluxe. Is closest thing to it.
I know one thing,
Hey,
between a budget too many discs.
Yeah, it's nuts. You
Right.
get that thing balanced
Oh, yeah, the
rate.
bug group, they'll argue about that.
They were too funny. I really, the guy did that.
Oh, yeah.
I went at least 100 bits. I lost track. I just, oh, wait.
Yeah.
Well, you only need eight,
The
just
Magali,
in case you
Magali,
make a
if you have a
mistake.
good day, you get 6 bits out of it, Magali.
Yeah, that was quite a discussion. Guys went on for 6 pages of
Oh, that was
emails
funny.
about that.
Oh, that
How
was
many
They
discs?
argue
hilarious.
whose bug makes the most dits.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it
And
went.
how many it should, you know.
People have too much time.
It's
Well,
it's a digging contest.
Technically, you need 8 if you make mistakes, you know.
That's at least, that's
And
enough.
it just goes on from there.
Well, I can't, that's right there on the Magali, you don't get 8 dots because you're supposed to be perfect on that key, right?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on the 150 and 25 year section here, the cover shows Commerce Department, this is 100 years ago, literally. The radio inspector sending Morse code with a mechanical code machine to a bug-eyed applicant
Ooh, no.
with the caption 10 words per minute. So I guess that was high speed for mechanical.
When you're used to 5, that is high speed.
It's all relative.
Relative, yeah.
That was all spark back then, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think they were just,
Yeah.
it was transition time, yeah. According to last month's story, or was it the month before that where they had
Yeah,
that?
last month, yeah.
They're talking about going
Is that
into
upper
the,
or lowercase?
yeah, well, check with
Chris?
Chris on that,
Check with the
yeah.
patent holder.
But, yeah,
It's on YouTube if you want to hear
so the American amateurs from almost every district were heard in Australia and New Zealand during the Trans-Pacific test.
it. All right.
So that was another big deal. That's when they were still, that's why they call it the American Radio Relay League. They relayed 10 miles at a time and whatever,
And if you
and then
got,
up to 20
you got the
miles
same
and up
message
to
when you
100
got it,
miles,
yeah.
right?
Wonder how.
Money Express.
Kind of like that. Well, it was quicker though.
It was progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting to read that old stuff. Yeah, really.
It is. See where we come. Now we're.
And the Signal Corps,
Koreans can get them to take it down.
Signal Corps' research on resonant wave coils
Ooh, that sounds like something like
and their
that.
application to the elimination of static and interference.
Well, we got plenty of that now, dude.
Yeah. So I think that's what Carol needs.
That's what Carol
You just
needs.
need a
There you
wave
go.
coil.
Yeah.
I think Carol needs arsenic for the neighbor.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Do it gently though. Don't do it.
No,
No.
That's
not into
an unbelievable mess.
You better rate that one off of YouTube.
Yeah, we'll erase that.
They might think that's a threat and they'll haul you out to jail or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's out there, Phil?
Who was it that said that? Oh, we
Phil.
forgot already, okay.
That's okay, Phil. We'll come down to jail and get you.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, an editorial, Some Jobs to Do, explains, under the new regulations, we are given the opportunity to roam at will throughout our band. Woo! I guess they had specific frequencies back then,
Crystal, I guess.
before that.
Yeah, they're all crypto
That's a good
before.
question.
Well, I think it was before VFOs, before anything stable at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but this is just right after the spark gap era, so nothing was too precise. So I don't know what the actual regulation change was.
Wow. Yeah.
And with rapid radio advancements, with broken records in the last few years, some speculation on what's to come, details in the International Amateur Radio, Greater Amateur Radio, wherein facts are linked with possibilities. So the sky's the limit for the radio waves. Okay, then we go to 50 years ago, 73, the year I got married, so it wasn't that long ago.
How long?
Cover shows Buckley Moore plotting on the Oscar 6 repeater. prior to the launch.
What year is this?
73.
1959.
73. And it seems to us they're talking about the attack on 220 and threatening to give it to the CBers.
Everybody wants T20.
I
Nobody
know.
ever uses it.
Oh, what is it? UPS bought it and then didn't use it?
Yeah.
Crazy. So, Roy.
There are very few of those repeaters around, 220.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There are few, but not many.
So, Roy VK3AOH explains fundamentals of soldering.
Oh, there you go.
And then the big one here is the construction of an inexpensive device. He said perfect code.
Whoa, that's important.
Which is kind of debatable.
Yeah, there's been about that on the bug roundup. The bug
Even
roundup.
N6MQL was a perfectionist, but even he said don't listen only to
don't get that near
W1AW and machine code, because you won't be able to hear John when he's on the air because he's not perfect spacing. So that is kind of a problem. Some people just learn only perfect spacing, then they can't understand the real world.
Actually, 1973 is when the first Altair was coming out, the first computer PC kits, and a lot of people were beginning to look into digitizing.
Yeah, that was the beginning of it.
Yep.
For sure. And then
that's all right. I throw a little more American Morris in there. I'm messing up.
Okay, so August 1998, 25 years ago, a precision analyzer that breaks new ground for affordability and buildability, shown on the cover, details on a spectrum analyzer for the radio amateur.
Oh, wow.
By Wes Hayward, W6SFM.
Yeah, there you are.
And this one was built by the guy sitting in the captain chair there.
Ooh.
So next week we're going to demonstrate that.
It's a 60 megahertz spectrum analyzer.
The 1998 version. Huh?
That was at the River City White Elephant sale, and nobody bid anything on it.
Really?
I forgot what I bid it up to.
Probably have pink
I think it was $4 or $5.
It was going $4 or $5.
Nobody bought it?
Phil says,
I'm trying to remember,
this took me 3 months to build. Okay, I'll give you $10.
I
nobody else cared.
I think the cost of the parts.
It was sad.
You didn't read an article on soldering, John?
Really?
Wow.
It was sad, really, that nobody even cared. So I just had to buy it, It's like,
did it work?
I don't know. We'll find out next month.
You mean 25 years ago?
Phil's going to try to remember how to use it. I'm going to read this 6 or 8 times. I brought it up from the archives, the article on it. So I'll read it. We'll set up a signal generator and a scope, and Phil will show us how it's done.
Yeah, then it won't work.
Are you going to be in town next meeting?
Yeah, I'm not. No more travel till October.
Oh, okay.
Then
So
we're
next
off
month,
to
September.
Hawaii for our anniversary.
Oh, good.
There you go.
50 years.
Mine too.
Yeah, I got one of those too in August. Yeah.
I remember Phil.
You get married when you're 8 or what?
Phil,
70.
remember when she married you, she did not marry the best man.
I didn't get married until I was 35.
You got a way to go, Mike.
When we got married, the judge takes me aside, he says, I've just given you a life sentence.
Yeah.
He was right.
Congratulations.
Gotta get it when you can.
Well, actually, we should probably congratulate your wife.
Well, she deserves a medal or 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 50 in August.
Oh, we're just going over the mountain.
Anniversary 50, not 50 years old.
Me too.
I'm T minus.
You're T minus.
Your family's over in the islands?
Yeah, my mom's Kulani, Makawao, before and raised there.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm 1/8 one.
Which 8?
Left foot.
Oh, you been down.
My nephew one day was telling
Half
me,
Chinese and Hawaiian.
my nephew was telling me one day, he said, I got a new dog, it's part purebred.
Whoa.
I said to him, which part?
Which part,
Which
yeah.
part,
He
yeah.
looked at me like, what part? What's he talking about?
So just out of curiosity, why did you leave? Everybody talks like it's the best place on earth to live. I'm always curious why
That's what they
people
always
leave
say,
Hawaii.
I never lived there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, your family before.
Yeah.
Your
Mom and
parents.
dad, you know, war, baby boom, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Everyone remember that?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Air Force.
Oh,
She
okay.
was an island
It
girl.
wasn't you that left. You were born over here.
Yeah, my older brother was born at Tripler Hospital.
Oh,
Okay.
Tripoli, huh? Wow.
And then instead of staying there, they moved to San Bernardino. And then a year later, I was born there. Bird dude.
Yeah. It's
Home of the Hells
gorgeous.
Angels.
I mean, it's spectacular.
Yeah. Upslope.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Islands are nice.
You know, I've actually heard of people that go to Hawaii and have a bad time. I didn't think that was possible.
I knew.
Well, they have personal problems.
Yeah, I think that's gotta be it.
Don't blame it on the island.
Don't blame it.
There are people who go there and complain about the rain.
I just went for
It's
the first
also
time
green and beautiful.
in March and May.
Yeah, that's what it takes to be.
What's that?
I just went for the first time in March.
Oh, did you like it? Which island?
Big Island.
The Big Island? Yeah, I like the Big Island.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
I think Hawaii is.
Yes, that's my wife's.
That's the one I've been
So
to,
these
Kauai.
populated.
Before that, Waikiki, and I thought that was pretty much like Vegas,
It is.
Oh,
which I don't
never
care
went
anything
there.
about.
And,
Once you get out.
But it was nice
Pretty
tour
I
though.
would take it over Vegas, though, I think.
In a heartbeat.
You know,
Yeah.
they're pretty close, but I think I'd probably
Yeah.
go for over Vegas.
Well, you haven't lost your mind yet.
I don't know, they are pretty close.
Well, when I go there,
Yeah. it's
Although
the
it was
party.
nice to
Nice.
tour
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor, see what that,
No, but you
was
need to
about.
go there so you see it.
Yeah.
We used to.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We just a couple days there and then went to Kauai.
Hawaii, yeah. I have a friend there, so I just go hang out over there, if I ever go over there.
Either later this year or early next. And do a lot of-
John, before we do that demo, I think I better borrow that and set it up.
You better do the smoke test.
All right.
We'll be working for 3 hours to kind
Oh,
of get you.
You want to rehearse it, you think?
It's a good idea.
that's all right, you have,
So what do we need, a signal generator and a scope?
you got 5 weeks to get
I'll
ready.
bring a signal source.
All right.
Oh.
500.
No, we don't need one of those. I'll bring a scope too.
Okay.
All right.
I got a few of them.
Yeah, you got a few of them. I bought one off you and you were down to 18 or something.
I think at this point I'm down to 10 or 11.
10 or 11. Well, that was close.
You got 5 weeks, so, you know.
I have
Plenty of time.
1 gigahertz Tektronix oscilloscope.
Wow.
Which one?
That's just
7104. Those things sold for
Not
$85
surprised.
in the
Wow.
70s.
Isn't that something?
Oh,
And
no.
I donated it to this fella, Dr. Tom Lees, professor down at Stanford. You know
Really?
Tom?
I'm back then. It just makes sense.
And he took it into the lab. He did a
Sorry, yeah.
high-speed electronic design, you know, CMOS that works in microwave and stuff. And he brought it for
Amazing stuff.
the students to see what a scope is that doesn't have an auto set button on it.
Oh, no.
They got a separate class for that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
That was a-
how to
that was a
repair
great
your
scope.
steam locomotive, right?
I
This
like
thing
that.
is
Yeah.
so beautiful. God, what a.
Yeah, it's amazing what
Just
those
about
things
everything
cost.
Tektronix made is beautiful.
In the 70s was not that long ago.
I
Yes,
know.
it was.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Think about it.
It's when I was young, and I guess I'm not young
Were you
anymore.
ever young?
Yeah.
You were young?
He forgot.
I forgot, yeah.
Mike will pick on you. He does that a lot.
Oh, well. I'll get over it.
He will.
What else we got?
I think that's it for
That's
the,
it.
That's it.
for tonight.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has something to talk about.
What's the next contest, the club contest?
Ah, yes.
October
Should be 60.
7th will be CQP. So up,
Real October, right?
October 7th, so
yeah, 07.
next month we can
Talk about
set
that. I'll probably get on that.
what and where.
Get it registered.
And
Figure out who's
when.
gonna do it. Maybe by then you'll have your head steam up.
Yeah, maybe,
Maybe.
probably.
I'll let you go on another trip.
I will be back from Italy then.
October 7th is the
Where are you
town
going,
party
Italy?
use of party.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're leaving 5 weeks from today. We're spending a week in Venice, a week in the Dolomites, bicycle ride from the Dolomites back to Venice.
Oh, that ought to be pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Are they still letting people into Venice?
well, we took our money.
Oh, they always do
I
that.
can show you where we're supposed to be staying.
They are borrowing some of those large cruise ships now.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should.
Well, they just can't make it in the harbor anymore, huh?
It's the
Yeah.
hot
Oh,
air
it's an
nights.
invasion.
That's gonna be up there.
Venice isn't very big. I mean, it's a
Mm.
bunch of little walkways and buildings
Hot
sitting
RF
in the
nights.
middle of the water.
I've only seen it in the movies.
August
In
11th,
between.
Friday, at
Yeah,
7
Venice
p.m.
makes San Francisco look big.
And it's
Oh,
gonna be,
dear, yeah.
One of those things you get there and you go,
St. Mark's
this is it?
Cathedral.
Go up, there's all the installations and go get.
Huh,
When is Pacific?
And,
October. I'm probably gonna be in the Yukon territories.
Like Reno, right?
Yeah, that's hot RF nights.
Oh, my daughter, a graduation present, since she graduated.
Where is it
during
gonna be,
COVID.
Carol?
It's gonna be at the Auburn Crossroads Church, 7 p.m. It's,
Number one
Mobile,
apartment,
already
Go
dismissed?
Get exposition.
yes,
Is the recording on?
It's the Sierra Foothills.
no.
Oh, that's what it
For you, it
that's
stays
right,
on, just in case.
we wanna catch every word.
yeah. Up there in the closet, right?
Auburn Ravine Road. So are we officially?
Yeah, we're officially
Over, so you can cut off the
finished.
recording.
7 p.m.
That's,
So,
Good night, everybody.
we had a good time.
We did have a good
yes,
time.
yeah,
Hey, and Dennis had a
Uh,
tenant almost.
that's right.
Yeah.
A real good time.
I'll keep working on that.
Well,
Okay.
Again, the idea is just to make sure it covers all the bands.
Well, you know, everything is done.
Okay, that's all, folks.
That's it.
Thank you, everyone, for showing up.
okay.
There'll be a second switch that adds.
See you next month, hopefully.
You don't have any,
But it should do everything you need.
Y'all have a good evening.
Just what I'm.
Where's your
what I'm
garbage
noticing
can?
is like,
Right there.
now, we haven't even changed his mind,
You want
with
another one?
more bands on it.